Alright, so we got this MS 250 and the brake handle has been broke off of it forever, and so I ordered this kit here. It goes inside, and let's see if we can get this brake put back together. And have more parts. There they are. There's the parts. So it's always good to have a brake on these chainsaws. Anyway, the old ones didn't have them, and that's probably how they came up with the reason to have them. Getting enough kickback that it ends up taking your head off, cutting you, whatever. So you can see that there's a groove right here, and this will fit right into it, like that. And then you have to make it a little smaller so everybody fits in there. And that's how that goes in there. Then we have these miscellaneous parts. So this hooks. Then you gotta have the handle. And this thing here, you want this piece pointing down, this piece pointing forward, and then you put that in there, and then this has to go here and this has to go here, and it all has to happen kind of like together. You know, that was like a little too quick going on there. It has to like go down together. Oh, and that other spring moved on the bottom. There you go. And that spring on the bottom there, as you can see, it rides against this piece here. There wasn't one in the saw before, but it's like an extra detent for holding, I guess. I can find the piece that just fell. See if we can get this thing go back together again. Yeah, it definitely goes that way. Okay. Now this, again, the piece that points forward, and the piece that points down, and you won't know it's wrong until you try and put the spring on it. And then you'll take it all apart again. So forward is forward, down is down. There's that. That little piece down there has got to be under tension. That spring. And again, I haven't done one of these in a long time, so I don't remember if that's supposed to be done first or last, or there we go. It started. Probably after. This thing probably go in easier after than right now, to be honest with you. Yeah, not sure what it looks like. Okay. So once that's, there we go. It's down, that's down. Now see how that works? That triggers it. This will work better when the spring is on it. That goes back. So now that that's there, there's a bushing that goes here, like that. And then this locking band goes on here and then pulls forward and then slips down over that with this. So you put it on there, pull it forward like that, Then it goes on there like that. Now there's a C-clip that goes there that this saw has been apart for so long that I don't think I have it. It basically looks like this, but it's super small. So unless it's in my kit here, this is for, like, I think this was a rebuild for the 044, but I've been taking parts out of it for all the Stihls for a while. Stihl, however you say it, Stihl, S-T-I-H-L. Okay, so that's going to have to be put on after, but that's fine though. So now we'll take the band, and the band here hooks back here, then it comes around this pulley and it's got to hook into there. So we'll get that hooked in there like that. If it cooperates, there we go. And then this goes around in that slot. There's a place for it. This comes down, goes in that slot like that. So now when this trips off, if the spring is pulling, it pulls that thing tight, and then to reset, it comes back. So when you trip it and that goes back like that, that's going to make it easier to have this tripped, or the brake on basically, when you go to put the spring on that holds tension from here to back here, which is this spring here, and this is going to go from there back to here. Okay, and you can use pliers, you can use, they have a special hook that puts this back on there, but let me see if I can find my tool. Hold on. I pull it back and hook onto there. I actually have a tool, I can't find it right now. It's basically like a screwdriver with a long handle and a T on the end, and there's a groove cut in the side, and it goes in and then back just a little bit, you know, like a J, so you can grab onto it and then pull it and put it in the position that you want it. And it's used for like snowmobile springs on the exhaust. So the next option that I've done is use a screwdriver and just hold down on it and pry it till it pops in. That's an option. This one here, what I'll do is I'll get onto it here with the vice grips, and obviously just tight enough to hold it but not tight enough to ruin it, and then pull it back and get it to clip down on. I don't know if I can do it this way so you can see better, but yeah, I don't think so. So I'm going to pull that until it is far enough to clip. There, we almost had it. It's tough. It's a lot of pulling, especially when the saw is kind of loose. I wonder if I can move this. So put it against it like that. So, okay. There, I think we might have it this time. No, it came off. See, so that is part of the dilemma. The tool, no, it doesn't look like that. It looks like a hook anyway. Yeah, we may have to make something. Let me go look, see if I can find something. Take this band off of here, and then I'm thinking that once this band is off, that spring handle goes back further. And if that spring handle goes back further, then the spring doesn't have to be as tight, and then once I reset it, it would be short again. So what I mean by that is tripped is way back there like that, see? So way back there like that, we can hold this like that, put that spring back on, that flew away, there it is, put that spring back on. See, See that? Now we have to go much, much less. So let's get our knuckle breaker back on here again. And make sure you leave it high enough up off of the spring so that it can lock down. I'll show you into the saw. It has to be able to go down enough. Like even right now, it won't go down far enough. So it wouldn't do me any good to even get it far enough. So we're going to turn that at an angle, which may get us in trouble, but okay. And then we're going to pull it and then get it down and onto it. Okay, so we're going to hold this direction here. That shortens the distance that we have to pull it. Get that hook there, keep that on there, right, somehow or other. Maybe I can hug it by pushing this forward. See how that goes back? That's really close. That's really close. Okay, I'll reposition. And there's definitely easier tools to do this with, but I think if we're doing it without this brake on, I think that you'll find that it works a whole lot easier. Oh, if I was just holding that, dummy. Yeah, you actually got to remember to hold that. But now these spikies are here. Okay, here we go. We're close. Come on, get in there. There it is. Okay. Definitely better ways. But now, okay, now that that's on there, so we click this back, that reset, right? Okay, so then this piece goes back in there. Right, and this comes around, this goes down in there, this goes down there, and we're together. Working, kicked, locked. See that? Locked. Reset. Works, kicked, locked. So the only thing that I'm missing is that one C-clamp, and then we put this back on here, and we're back together. And there you go. It's an MS 250. It's a little different than some of the other Stihls, but it's it. Have a good one. Bye-bye.